Chiefs fans, before we jump into today's show, this is a perfect time to subscribe to the Chiefs Report. OTAs are ongoing. Minicamp is just around the corner. And then before you know it, training camp and the preseason will be here as well. If you want daily videos for free around the Kansas City Chiefs, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Welcome into the Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. On today's show, it's pretty much all around Orlando Brown and the latest news and rumors around a possible contract extension. Later on in the show, I will give a contract projection for Orlando Brown, so stay tuned for that. But let's get you caught up on the latest here. After he hired his new agent, Michael Portner of the DSG Group, his agent has now met officially with the Kansas City Chiefs. That apparently happened on Monday, according to him via The Athletic. He called it a, quote, really good conversation. The expectation remains on both parties, Brown and his agent and the Chiefs, to get a deal done before the July 15th deadline for all players under the franchise tag. Here's Michael Portner, Brown's agent, via The Athletic. Did a little sit-down with Nate Taylor. Said this, quote, "I respect the way they do business. I feel confident we're going to get something done that makes sense for us and for them. It really does put Orlando in the category where he deserves to be. We're going to explore all of the options." I firmly believe, and I know July 15th is the deadline, and, you know, sometimes these deals get done right at the deadline. I think this gets done by July 1st. I think it's possible this happens in the next week or two, just because both sides are motivated to get a deal done. This is not, I don't think, going to be a huge battle of, you know, $1 million here, $1 million there. Of course, there will be some of that. That's every contract negotiation. But the second the Chiefs traded for Orlando Brown, they knew they were going to pay big money. They started to allocate funds to make sure they had money to keep him on a 4 or 5 year deal. He wants to be here. They want him here. This contract is going to get done, I would anticipate, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. What is your confidence level in Brown and the Chiefs getting a deal done before the July 15th deadline? I'm at like I won't say a 10. It can never be a 10 until it happens. I'm at like a 9.5 though. Scale it from 1 to 10, 1 being not confident at all, 10 being very confident. Again, I'm probably at about a 9.5. Let me know what you guys think. Quite frankly, I would simply be shocked if Orlando Brown played under the tag this year. It's just not realistic. It doesn't make sense for anyone. It doesn't make sense for him. It doesn't make sense for the Chiefs, because if they can get him signed to a long-term deal, hopefully sooner rather than later, what it does, A, it secures a franchise cornerstone left tackle for 3, 4, 5 years, however long the deal is, and B, it frees up more cap flexibility for this year if you want to go add another player or two for the 2022 season. There's just too much motivation around all of it to get this done. I fully expect it to happen. Here's what Orlando Brown had to say. He joined NFL Total Access as well on NFL Network and said, very confident that a deal will get done when he was asked that, especially simply based off the things that have come into effect within our division, the type of defensive ends that have been brought in, the type of players and all of that type of stuff. It's not the year to go into a season with a backup left tackle, so I'm very confident that the Kansas City Chiefs will get that done. Kind of a little bit of a message from Orlando Brown, like, hey, you know, y'all better get this done. I've got the leverage, because what are you going to do? You going to put Andrew Wiley at left tackle? I don't think so. Orlando Brown knows he has the power. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to get literally whatever he wants financially, but he's going to get a lot of money, because if he's not your starting left tackle, that's a big problem. I mean, are you going to put Christian out there? You got to put Darian Kennard, the rookie, out there. Andrew Wiley. Is Lucas Niang going to flip and play left tackle? I don't think any of those options are realistic. Prince Tagawanago, excuse me, not going to happen. Orlando Brown knows he has leverage. He knows he's going to get a lot of money. The question is how much, but it's going to be a lot. It will be at minimum of $20 million per year. It would be shocking. I think it would be more shocking if he got less than $20 million per year than if he played on the tag. Quite frankly, he's going to get over $20 million per year on a new contract, because that's what the market dictates, and that's the leverage he has on this football team right now. Doesn't mean he's going to become the highest paid tackle in the NFL, but make no mistake, Orlando Brown is going to make a lot of money on his new deal. The question is, will he become the highest paid? What do you guys think? Highest paid tackle in the NFL, Orlando Brown? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I'll lean no. I'll take a look at a contract projection here in a moment, so stay tuned for that, but let us know. Y for yes and for no. Will he become the highest paid tackle in the National Football League? Give us a follow on Rumble as we publish every video over there, including this one, so if you're already watching on Rumble, well, hit that follow button for more videos to come. If you're watching on YouTube, go follow us over there. Free, uncensored content here from the Chiefs Report. You can also go check out other content creators on Rumble, sports creators, news, politics, tech, business, crypto, tons of content from different content creators on that platform. You can also listen to our shows while keeping other apps open. You know, if you're on YouTube, unless you have premium, if you get a text or something, click into that, the video is going to pause. That doesn't happen on Rumble, so that's a cool feature. Exclusive Chiefs content from time to time as well. Lots of reasons to go follow us over there, rumble.com/ChiefsTV. If nothing else, it's an easy way to support us if you've already subscribed here on YouTube. Here's the highest paid tackles in the NFL. We've shown this graphic a few times now, and I've consistently said I don't think he'll be the highest paid for a couple reasons. One, he's not the best tackle, and I know, when these markets get reset, the best player does, you don't have to be the best to reset the market, but I think there's enough of a gap between a Trent Williams, who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, I believe, in Orlando Brown. I don't think he'll get 23, but I do think he's topping Ronnie Stanley and Ryan Ramczyk for sure, and possibly even Laramie Tunsil. That's very much a possibility. Now, Nate Taylor, who had the sit down with Portner and wrote this story about the latest around Brown and a potential extension, had this to say: the extension Brown likely wants from the Chiefs is a better contract than what star left tackle Ronnie Stanley, his former teammate in Baltimore, of course, received from the Ravens in late October 2020. 5 years, $98.75 million extension with over $70 million guaranteed. So here's my projected contract. 5-year deal, $107.5 million, 21.5 per year, $75 million guaranteed. All those numbers top Ronnie Stanley. All those numbers, I think, are worthy of Orlando Brown, but it's not so crazy that you're making him the highest paid left tackle when he's not there yet. I think this is fair for everybody. This would make him the 4th highest paid tackle in the league, just behind Laramie Tunsil, who's at 22. He gets in there at 21.5. Maybe you compromise and you go 22.5 to say, hey, you're 3rd highest behind Ramczyk, or not behind Ramczyk, Bakhtiari and Trent Williams. Maybe you get ahead of Laramie Tunsil, but I don't think he's going to get the Trent Williams. Maybe he will, and if that happens, good for him. He's got the leverage like I mentioned, but I think a fair deal for everyone, 21 to 22 million per year with a bunch of guaranteed money, 75 million like I mentioned. That tops Ronnie Stanley. I think that's a pretty good deal for all parties involved. So what do you think on this one? Over under $100 million on a new deal for Brown. Type O for over, U for under. If it's true that he wants to top his former teammate in Ronnie Stanley, I think that over $100 million is going to happen, considering Stanley got 98.75 or whatever the number was. He's going to get over 100. I'm typing my O for over. The only way it would be under is if he wanted to take like a 3-year deal for some reason, but I think it will be a 4 or 5-year contract. All right, some news to get to, and then we will sign off here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Gehrig Dieter, former Chief, who's been in and out of the 53-man roster, practice squad for several years. The joke for years was the only reason he's around is because he and Patrick Mahomes are good pals. And, well, he's calling it quits. He's hanging it up in the NFL. Tweeted this out this morning. I've decided to retire from football. Thank you for everything, Casey. Been a crazy journey. He also posted a couple photos with him and Mahomes, him and Tyreek Hill, who were tight. He was at Tyreek Hill's camp in Kansas City the other day, as Hill had a camp in KC still. That was cool to see. But listen, eventually you hit a wall, right? I mean, this is a guy, and thousands of NFL players go through this, where they fight. They're trying to be on an NFL team, and you're just kind of in and out, and it's just tough, man. It is so hard to make it in this league. Gehrig Dieter is a 1%er in terms of athleticism, and he never really made it. That's what's crazy. I mean, 2 catches for 32 yards in his career, but, he was a bubble guy for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, however long it was, and I respect the commitment to keep coming back after that disappointment of years and years of being a final roster cut before the 53-man rosters were finalized. It's Stiff competition, man. It is hard to make it in the NFL as a professional football player. It just is. So wish him the best in retirement. And hey, like the video. If you want to wish Gehrig Dieter the best, show him some love. And hey, if nothing else, remember the month of June is all about likes here at Chat Sports. So hit that thumbs up icon, show Gehrig Dieter some love, and we'll see you soon here on the Chiefs Report.